programs that I'm appearing on that seems to have drawn a lot of attention is the History Channel. Yeah, you know you're getting old when they put you on the History Channel. The title of the program is Extreme Marksman. There's actually two different ones. On the original Extreme Marksman, my challenge was to Robin Hood an arrow. And just in case there might be somebody in the room that don't know what that means, that is when you intentionally shoot into the back end of an arrow, splitting the first shaft. I actually was able to accomplish the Robin Hood, and they captured the whole thing on a very expensive piece of equipment, a high-speed video camera. This video camera will shoot well over 15,000 frames a second and cost literally hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it's a real good thing that they let me go first, because one of their gun guys shot their high-dollar camera. Now, it would be unethical of me to tell you guys who shot the camera, but his initials is Jerry Mickley. Now, Jerry has a real good excuse for what happened there. It really wasn't his fault, but I'll let him explain it to you. I just like telling who done that. On the next Extreme Marksman, my challenge was to shoot a drip of water as it fell. When they told me about that, I said, I've already done the Robin Hood. You know, how hard could this be? Well, evidently pretty doggone hard. Again, by now they got them a new camera. This new camera was more computer than really camera, because you could see the shot on the monitor they had, but it wasn't clear, you know, until you rendered it out. And it would take probably a minute and a half to render like 10 seconds of footage. So I shot for about 30 minutes, and finally I said, okay, let's see what we got. Well, when they rendered it and looked at it, I hit the thing 5 times. I said, well, why didn't we look at it like 15 minutes ago? I wouldn't be near as tired as I am right now. We got the water drop. Now, to be honest with you, what made that so hard was the dripper was only about 8 feet off the ground, and I am 10 yards back from the water. So if I waited till I actually saw the drip of water start to fall, it was already too late. I didn't have time to get the arrow to it before we would hit the ground. So I was having to anticipate when it was going to drip. Thank goodness it was pretty steady, because it was like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, shoot! That's exactly how I did that shot. But probably most of you are familiar with me from the Impossible Shots television series. That is on the Outdoor Channel. The Outdoor Channel awarded Impossible Shots with an honor at the recent SHOT Show out in Las Vegas, where they recognized our Impossible Shots as the best new series, and this is important, and the most watched show on the network. Impossible Shots airs 3 times on Wednesdays and also again on Saturday. Here I will be torquing the string up into my ankle point. Very simple shot, but a shot that could be a little difficult with a different style of bow. But let's make it harder. Again, holding the bow horizontally, but this time upside down, firing the arrow off the bottom of the bow. For those of you that are close enough, pay attention to my index finger. I am not holding the arrow against the bow with my finger. I'm holding the arrow against the bow by torquing the string. We'll make it a little harder than that. Again, firing off the bottom of the bow, but this time while holding the bow over my shoulder. Last but not least, the backbreaker. Now, I'll tell you a little quick story before I do this. I may literally break my back on this one today. Back during bow season, I strained my back while in deer camp, pulling all them big old bucks out of the woods. What I said, actually, I was making up my bed. So let that be a lesson to everybody in this room. Never perform any domestic chores while in deer camp. Okay, here we're going to try this one. This time I'm torquing the bow, the string, my back, a few other body parts. Thank you. All right. Arrows at once. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is about an 8. Fairly difficult shot. What makes it hard is the fact that I'm having to divide the energy stored in the limbs of the bow between 2 arrows. So I have to actually overdraw the bow, actually pull past my anchor point in order to have the extra energy I need. Now I'm running about a 60% success rate on this particular shot. The reason I wanted to tell you that is just to let you know. This is a free show, so I don't want to hear about it. Some years ago. Well, actually, what I'm going to try to do for you guys is quite a bit harder than that original shot. You see, all I had to do for American shooter was bounce an arrow off a board and stick it in a target. Didn't necessarily have to be in the bullseye, just stick it in the target. What I'm going to try to do today is combine 2 different shots into one. The old Howard Hill sweeper with the round shot. There's one that has a coffee cup on that red board. I'm going to try to place the arrow precisely enough on the back end of the board that it will sweep that cup out of the way. Then the arrow will travel on to the end of the board and break the white balloon, and then go on to the yellow jacket and break the red balloon that Wanda will hold in her teeth. This is Wanda, my wife, is helping us this afternoon. I know you're curious. Wanda's my 13th wife. Got on number 12 with the round shot. Oh, just kidding. Okay, now let me get one of these arrows here. It's got a nice rounded point, so we don't dig in too much to that board. All right. The board is warped.